Dear students, in the previous 5 classes we have discussed a lot of things about the electric field. Today we are going to discuss about the application of Gauss law. Previous class we have discussed that Gauss law of electrostatic stated that for any charge of distribution, the amount of electric flux linked across a closed surface in an electric field is equal to the ratio of the amount of charge enclosed in it to the permittivity of the medium, or electric flux linked across the surface is equal to E dot ds q by epsilon for any medium, or q by epsilon 0 for air medium. Clear? Now we are going to discuss some application related to electric field intensity due to infinite length of electric field intensity due to infinite length of wire. Let this is a charged linear conductor, or we can say it is a wire of infinite length. Clear? Having charge Q. If Q is a charge, let Q is equal to charge on conductor. Clear? I have assumed, let us assume a small portion of length dl having charge dq. Let P be the any observation point where I want to find the electric field intensity. Clear? Let this distance will be r. This is the charge conductor and I have to assume a positive charge in it, and if it is so, the Gaussian surface will be of a cylindrical shape. Clear? So I would like to say that if dq is equal to charge on length dl, then linear charge density lambda is equal to dq by dl. Clear? So I can say dq is equal to lambda into dl, or by integrating both sides I can say lambda into L, if L is the finite line. Clear? So I have assumed a cylindrical shape, and this is a completely hypothetical concept in which its electric field is experienced, and that region is called Gaussian surface. So the length of the Gaussian surface will be L if the charge is Q, and dl if charge is dq. So according to Gauss law, the flux linked across it is equal to E dot ds, because there are three types of surface are there. Let us imagine this is a cylindrical. So its length is L and its area of cross section is R. Clear? So I would like to say that how many surfaces are there? This is totally curved surface. Totally is curved surface, and this is top and this is base. It means there are three surfaces are there. Okay. So I would like to say that let this surface is ds1. This curved surface. Sorry, this curved surface is this one. The top one is ds2 and this base one is ds3. Clear? But this is positive charge and electric field always moves away from the electric field, away from the positive charge. So electric field is directed from positive charge. So electric field move in such direction. It means I would like to say that E vector is parallel to ds1 vector, but E vector is perpendicular to ds2 and E vector is perpendicular to ds3. So if I will count the total flux, so I have to find out the total surface integral, okay, of the electric field. So I would like to say that E vector dot dsn vector, E vector dot ds2 vector, E vector dot ds3 vector is equal to q by epsilon 0. That is Gauss law. Clear? Listen. In this case, E vector and ds1 vector are parallel, but in this case, E vector and ds2 vector are perpendicular. Here also, E vector and because E vector is moving away from the positive charge, and ds3 vector will be downward because always area vector is perpendicular to the surface and outward. So ds2, ds3 perpendicular. If perpendicular, then the dot product is 0. Theta is equal to pi by 2. So ds2 vector 0. So this is also theta is equal to pi by 2, and this vector is 0. Clear? Therefore, phi E is equal to E ds1 cos theta is equal to q by epsilon 0. Clear? So, E ds1, because cos theta is 1 parallel to each other. ds1 vector and E vector are parallel. So, theta is equal to 0. E ds1 is equal to E is equal to q by epsilon 0, or instead of q I can write q is equal to lambda into L. Okay, so surface integral of a cylinder surface area of cylinder is 2, it's a surface base into height, that is 2 pi RL, circumference of the base with length 2 pi RL is equal to lambda into L by epsilon 0, L cancel. Therefore, E is equal to 1 by 2 pi R lambda by epsilon 0. Clear? Or I can write it as E is equal to 2 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Because 2 is multiplied, top 2, numerator 2 and denominator 2. So 2 when multiplied, the 2 pi epsilon 0 becomes 4 pi epsilon 0 and lambda by R. Here we conclude that E proportional to 1 by R. Clear? If you plotted a graph for that, if it will be E will be along y-axis and R will be along, then the graph, because it is inversely proportional. R, when the observation point gradually increases, the electric field gradually decreases, and vice versa. Clear? So this is very important questions, and I hope on 2020 CHS. Okay, 3 more questions. The next. Very very important. This is the important long question also regularly asked in the exam. Clear? Electrical intensity at any point due to a charged cell. Let us imagine I have assumed a spherical cell. Clear? Spherical cell means hollow conductor. Inside it there is nothing at all. Let it will be charged positively. Charge will be Q. The radius of the conductor will be R. Clear? Now I would like to find out the electrical intensity on the surface of conductor, of hollow conductor or surface of the cell. Clear? Let us imagine I have assumed a surface area, small surface area, let it will be ds vector. That area vector, as we know, area vector is always normal to the surface and also directed always normal, and also the electric field normal to the surface, because for a spherical conductor electric field lines are perpendicular to the surface of conductor, hence E vector and ds vector are parallel. So on the surface of cell, according to Gauss law of electrostatic, electric flux linked across it is equal to E dot ds is equal to Q by epsilon 0. So on surface it will be Es vector. So I would like to say that Es vector and parallel to ds vector, Es vector and area vector are parallel to each other. So theta is equal to 0 degree. Hence Es ds cos theta is equal to Q by epsilon 0. As the theta is 0 degree, cos theta is 1. Clear? So surface integral of area of the area vector, if we find out that the total surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square, and I have assumed the radius, let capital R. So 4 pi r square is equal to Q by epsilon 0, implies Es is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square. Clear? Okay? But while outside that, outside the spherical cell, let us imagine I have assumed a point P outside it. It means a Gaussian surface will be inside. So if it is observed area vector, so this ds vector is again perpendicular to the surface, and E outside, this radius is capital R, and this radius is greater than the actual size of the spherical cell. So whenever we are going to find out for the outside, again electric flux phi E is equal to E outside ds vector is equal to Q by epsilon 0, because same charge is distributed, nothing else. So E out ds cos theta is equal to Q by epsilon 0. E out ds, again theta is equal to 0 degree, cos theta 1, because the ds vector and the electric field both are parallel to each other and both are perpendicular to the surface of conductor. So it is theta is equal to 0 degree. Theta is equal to 0, then cos theta is 1. So E ds is equal to Q by epsilon 0, or I can find out 3 out, E out is equal to 4 pi r square, because outside, whenever we are taking outside, the Gaussian surface of radius is smaller, and smaller is larger than capital R. So E out is equal to 4 pi r square is equal to Q by epsilon 0. Hence E out is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square. Clear? Okay? Now, you assume another point, let this point is P1, this is P2, and let it be P3. Inside the spherical cell or hollow sphere. So again, according to Gauss law, E inside is equal to Q by epsilon 0. But whenever we are giving some charge to a hollow conductor, charge always lies on the surface of conductor due to the repulsion between the similar charges. Hence, there is no charge reside inside the hollow conductor. It means I would like to say that the total charge inside the hollow conductor is 0. If charge is 0, then electric flux linked across the surface will be 0. No charge means no flux. Hence, we found electric field inside the conductor, inside the hollow conductor is 0. Clear? So outside it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. Inside the hollow conductor is 0, while outside it Q by R square. So I can show it graphically. And this is up to the surface. So this is at the surface. I would like to find out ES proportional to 1 by R square. This is outside proportional to 1 by small r square. While inside electric field is 0, no electric field. Clear? This is the graphical representation between electric field with the observation, distance of observation. Listen to me. Here, electric field at the surface is maximum and outside is minimum, because as gradually the distance of observation point increases, smaller increases and electric field gradually decreases. Clear? So outside decreases. This is an important long questions, comes as a 5-mark questions in CBSE exams. Now, for infinite thin charge sheet. Let us imagine I have taken a charge sheet. Let it be charged with charge Q. Let the area of the, if Q is equal to charge on sheet, A is equal to area of the sheet, then surface charge density sigma, and sigma is equal to Q by A. Clear? Let us imagine from the infinite sheet, I assumed a small part. Let it be small part. Okay? Having charge Q, or I can write it as a sigma is equal to dq by dA. Clear? It means the charge enclosed in that region is dq and the area of that region is let dA. Clear? So I can write it as a dq is equal to lambda into dA, or I can say lambda into A by integrating both sides. Clear? So let it be, as it is a positive charge, so electric field is always directed away from it. Clear? So whenever we are going to imagine for sheet, let it will be positive charge. So if it is a positive charge, from positive charge, electric field will be away from the positive charge. As it is positive charge, the positive charge accumulated over the two surface, so electric field is also along that direction. So both direction electric field will be perpendicular to the surface of conductor and away from it. So E vector inside direction and E vector. So let us imagine. So again I have assumed, for this reason I have assumed a cylindrical region. Okay. So whenever we are going to imagine for a such region, there is three surface arises, that is DS1, DS2 and let this for little thickness there will be surface DS3. Clear? So according to Gauss law, the electric flux linked across the surface. Again, the surface integral of electric field E vector ds1, E vector ds2, E vector ds3 is equal to q by epsilon 0. Clear? So I would like to say that E vector parallel to ds1 vector, again electric field E vector parallel to ds2 vector. So ds1 vector, ds2 vector are parallel to electric field, while ds3 vector, the area vector, is perpendicular. So as it is, so theta is equal to pi by 2. So this vector is 0. Then E ds1, so both are parallel. So in this case theta is equal to 0 degree, that is 1. So again theta is equal to 0 degree. So cos theta 1, here also cos theta 1. So E into ds1 plus E ds2 is equal to q by epsilon 0. So both sides are same charge sheet, area is the same. So I can write it 2 into E into ds1 vector ds1 is equal to, instead of q I can use lambda by a epsilon 0 or 2 into a is equal to lambda by epsilon 0. So a cancel out. So E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Clear? Listen to me. From the above conclusion, whatever the conclusion we got it, very, very important. Conclusion 1. For a linear charge, conductor, E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon 0 r. Clear? It means E proportional to 1 by r. Clear? For a hollow charged sphere, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square, implies E proportional to 1 by r square. For an electric dipole, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2 p by r cube. Let E axial, I have assumed 2 p by r cube, axial length 2 p by r cube. E proportional to 1 by r cube. Similarly, for a charged sheet, E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0, implies electric field is independent of observation point. Very, very important. Listen to me. Again I am repeating. For a linear charge conductor, E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon 0 r. Hence E proportional to 1 by r. For a hollow sphere, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. Okay? On the surface, not inside. So E proportional to 1 by r square. For an electric dipole, E axial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 p by r cube. E proportional to 1 by r cube. It means cube of the distance of observation point. While for a charge sheet, E proper is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. It is independent of observation point. Clear? Next. HOTS means high order thinking skills. Electric field, intensity, in between, two charge sheet. Okay, let the charge density is sigma 1, surface charge density. Surface charge density is sigma 2. Listen to me, I would like to find out three positions, that is outside, this is inside. Let it will be P1 and it will be P2 and it will be P3 position. Clear? According to electric field direction, it will move away from positive charge. Let this is first plate and this is second plate. So electric field always moves from positive charge. So if you consider this position, here electric field is E1 vector, moves away from positive. For this plate, E2 is also away from positive. For this point, this is one plate away from positive charge, E1 vector positive, clear? But for this P2 position, E1 vector in that direction, and this is positive, E2 will be away from. Listen to me. If you imagine it as a coordinate system, this is positive, this is, that direction is negative, clear? According to coordinate system, at P1, E is minus E1 minus E2. That is, for a single charge sheet, we know that E1 plus E2, E sigma 1 by 2 epsilon 0, sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0. That is sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0. That is at P1 position. Again, at P2 means inside in between two plates. Okay? At P2, along that direction is positive and opposite that is negative. It means E is equal to E1 minus E2. Okay? It means sigma 1 by 2 epsilon 0, sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0, or I can write sigma 1 by sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0. Clear? At P3, E is equal to P3, both are in the same direction. So E1 plus E2 is equal to sigma 1 by 2 epsilon 0, sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0. So sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon 0. Clear? Now the question arises. Sir, if the two plates are having the same charge density, if the both surface charge density are equal, if sigma 1 is equal to sigma 2 is equal to sigma, then what happens? Sigma plus sigma is equal to 2 sigma by 2 epsilon 0. It is approximately found to be how much? Sigma by epsilon 0. Clear? Here, sigma by epsilon 0. Sigma minus sigma is equal to 0. It means I would like to say that if two plates are charged similarly, having the same charge density, then electric field exists outside the plate, and electric field in between the two plates is 0. Electric field in between the two plates is 0. Very, very important. Clear? Next, sir, if the two plates are oppositely charged, let's see. Let this plate is oppositely charged. Clear? So this one is positive and this one is negative. If it is so, then electric field moves from positive charge towards negative. Then electric field for this position away from positive charge towards negative. Clear? Away from positive towards negative. Away from positive towards negative. Clear? Then at the P1, how much? Minus E1 plus E2. Because along that direction, positive x is positive. So minus 1. If you take common, so sigma 1 minus sigma 2. If both are clear, let us imagine at P2. So E1 is along positive axis and E2 is also along positive axis. So how much? E1 plus E2. Clear? Then at P3, so E1 is moving along positive axis while E2 is moving along negative axis. That is E1 minus E2. Clear? Now the question, sir, if the two plates are having same charge density, then sigma minus sigma 0. Here sigma plus sigma 2 sigma by 2 epsilon 0 is equal to sigma by epsilon 0, and here 0. So conclusion is that if the two plates are oppositely charged, electric field exists in between the plate. Electric field exists in between the two plates and no electric field outside the plate. Clear? Clear? If the two plates are similarly charged, electric field exists outside, inside is 0. Clear? And this finishes about the electric field. In the next class, we will discuss about the next topic. Till that, bye. Good day. All the best.